Hello, everyone. I recently went on vacation, which entailed me going on an airplane, several actually. And while I was sitting there being incredibly uncomfortable because companies hate us and our legs, I thought to myself, wow, wouldn't this make an incredible video? Anyways, cool transition. Today we're going to talk about some random thoughts I had about airplanes. I'm 99% sure I'm going to put something about me being autistic in the title, so I'm going to address that first. You know, it's a thing where people with autism have niche interests, like, I don't know, trains. It's kind of like what that is. Now, I'm not diagnosed with that. I'm not like 100% proven to be autistic. I might genuinely just be like this, but Google says autism is genetic, and I have family with autism, so I think that makes it slightly more okay for me to use it as clickbait. I don't know. We'll find out after this comes out. Maybe I'll remove this. Who knows? Okay, planes, right? Thing I hate about planes, getting in and out of planes. Not going for the door, but like the sitting down process. You know what I mean? Like, why does that have to be so difficult? CGP Grey, he made a video about planes and how inefficient the boarding process is, and the leaving process. And that just pops into my mind every time I'm standing there, 1,000 yards there, just looking dead in the back of the head of the person in front of me as they're struggling to get their bag into the overhead compartment. Like, I could help them, but then I couldn't be annoyed, and I hate myself, I guess, so I don't do that. This is often made worse because for some reason, my mom likes to make us sit in the back, supposedly because it's safer in the case of a crash, but at that point, you're already in a plane crash, so I don't think you're going to be living either way. Okay, the next point I have here is babies. I hate them. Generally, if you are a parent and take a baby on a plane, you suck so much. Vacation is meant to be relaxing. It's meant for you to have fun, you know? But you're a parent. You're not allowed to have fun. That's why you had kids. Don't ruin this for everyone else. Let me have this, okay? If you really want to take your kid on a vacation, I think a good solution would just be to do what they do for pets and put them in the cargo hold. It might break while it's down there, and the luggage carriers sometimes throw them, but like, eh. Now talking about the different seats. You got the window, you got the aisle, and you got hell. The windows are nice because you can see outside, or alternatively, might be able to get some sleep. The aisles are nice because you get bathroom access and a little bit of extra leg room. Up at the center, you just have to sit next to two people. That's double the amount of people. It's double as bad. Unless you like sitting next to a lot of people. So maybe for them it's better, but I don't see it. Personally, I'm an aisle seat guy just because I'm a little bit claustrophobic. Not enough for me to have any concerns about getting in a plane, but more so just not being able to move as much as I want. I think to make the middle seat better, we should give them some extra stuff. One, they should get both the armrests, you know, because they got two. They should be cheaper on the websites, you know. Three, they should get control of the window, which sounds weird being that they're not sitting next to the window, but I think it works out in a weird way. And number four, if enough of them vote on it, I think they should have the option to make the pilot crash the plane. With the only restriction being, of course, the pilot cannot crash into any building over 2 stories. 9/11's already been done. We need a new tragedy for edgy teens and man children to make jokes about. Back to complaining, one time I went to go to the bathroom, but before, I asked if anyone was there, because I didn't want to look stupid and have to just stand there. And I was told, no, there's no one in the bathroom. Then, I got up. I unbuckled my seatbelt. I did that before I stood up. And then I walked to the front of the plane. And then I found out there was someone in there. Even though I had asked, and they said, no, there wasn't anyone in there. But there was someone in there. So I had to walk all the way back. And I had to walk all the way back again to go and use the bathroom. And then I walked all the way back. I didn't like that. Are short planes the short buses of planes? It's not really accurate, but, you know. Because short planes, I guess, are more expensive. And that doesn't really equate to being for special needs people. But they're both short, so, I mean, kinda. I don't know. I did go on a short plane recently. Not because I'm mentally handicapped or special needs or whatever, but it's the whole thing. I'm not going to get into that story. Right? But like, there's no difference really. There's less people on it, but nobody cares about there being less people. I care about there being less people. I made a whole point of it. What am I on about? Great transition, actually. Who cares about seat upgrades? You got the boring business class upgrade with the extra legroom and maybe some more cushion, but it's still comfortable either way, so what's the point? And first class, what? People are okay spending $10 or $20 on a movie ticket for like at most a 3.5 hour movie, or $60 on the game they can play for 20 to 30 hours, depending on what game. But why in the world would you spend hundreds of your precious and hard-earned monies on a nice chair and maybe food while you're there? Honestly, just buy a chair at that point. You'll get more use out of it anyway. Wow, this has just been me complaining the whole video. Whoops. So how do planes work? Because like in theory, the jets and propeller gives them the speed they need to work against the gravity or something, and the wings like and fins, they make it aerodynamic. But that doesn't make sense because planes are really heavy. So like, how does that work? I'm not gonna Google that. I've done enough research. Okay, I'm out of things to talk about. Abrupt ending. Like, subscribe, watch Undertale video on the 28th. That's when that's coming out. Alright, bye.
May I please have the water?
Sir, please you need to stop. There are children.
Please? May I please have the water?